absolutely stunning. Well done, Fenty. You have blown this one out of the water. Wow. Hi everyone, so I'm here today with the new Fenty collection. I've got all three of the new baked blushes, and I've got all three of the Glossy Bomb Lip Oil and one of the Glitty Lid Shimmer Liquid Eyeliner. I'm going to be trying all of these on for you today. I will be showing you a few swatch comparisons with the blushes, comparing them with Rare Beauty, Hourglass and RMS, just in case you're still wondering whether to get these beautiful blushes, because trust me, they really are stunning. And I've only tried these on the back of my hand. I haven't tried them on my face, so that's what I'm really interested to see today. This will be my very first impression here with you on this video. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Hannah. I'm 47. I'm not a professional, just somebody who really loves makeup and beauty, and I post on my channel at least twice a week with any beauty reviews, beauty news, any of my favourite looks. If you think you'd enjoy that sort of content, please do like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you comment below, I would love to chat with you, and it really does help my channel to grow if you comment, so I really do appreciate that very much. And my skin type, if that's helpful, I've got fair to light skin with neutral / slightly cool undertones, and I've got combination skin with a slightly oily T-zone. Won't really affect the products I tried today, but just in case that's useful to you. Anyway, let's get on with this video. So let's look first at these beautiful blushes. I'm going to show you the swatches I did of these out in natural sunlight for you, and here's that video. So with these blushes you get 4.5 grams of product and they cost £24. Described as a creamy velvety texture, and it's infused with hyaluronic acid, and it's cruelty free and made in Italy. So each case, as you can see from the video, is absolutely beautiful, and it comes with quite a nice handy fairly solid mirror, one that stands up, so it's very useful for on the go touch-ups, or if you just want to use it every day. Very good for doing your eye makeup as well. So when I posted my video yesterday with swatches, I did get quite a few questions from you about how this compares with Hourglass was one and Rare Beauty was the other. So I'm going to swatch those for you. This one here is the Juicy Peach shade, and this is the one I think looks most like Joy from Rare Beauty. So I'm going to swatch the two of them side by side for you. So here is the Fenty Juicy Peach. And this is Joy from Rare Beauty. You can see straight away that it's quite a lot deeper, the Fenty. When it comes to shine, I do think that looking at this, the Rare Beauty is definitely looking more of a highlighter. Anyone who's tried these will know that these new powder blushes from Rare Beauty are extremely shiny, and they really are like a highlighter. So I think you can see here that this one here from Fenty is very shiny, but not quite as shiny. So possibly will be a bit better for mature skin, but we'll have to wait and see when I try this on today. And I've got the Hourglass Snake palette here, and I'm going to swatch this one here. This one is called Mystic Flush, and I can tell you straight away this is a lot smoother, the Hourglass. So here is Mystic Flush from Hourglass, and you can see with Hourglass that these ones just don't have the shine. You can see straight away with Fenty. So the Hourglass is a lot more smooth without the highlight type of shine. So if you prefer the Hourglass formula, you might not like the Fenty. We've got Fresh Peach here, which is a more pinky shade from Fenty. And this one is by far the lightest of the three. I'm going to compare this one to Cheer from Rare Beauty. Here is Cheer from Rare Beauty, and again you can just see that the Rare Beauty one is really much more shiny, and it is a bit lighter. They're not exact matches shade wise, but you can really see that the glow you get from Rare Beauty is a lot stronger than the Fenty. And I've got here the RMS in Bermuda Rose. Again, this isn't an exact match, but this is really to compare the sort of shine that we're getting. So I think, looking at this, Fenty is definitely more shiny here for me than the RMS formula. So I would say it's somewhere in between the Rare Beauty and the RMS. So it is a very shiny blush, the Fenty, but not quite as beaming bright as this one. So I hope that's helped if you've had any of those questions, but if you would like me to do any other swatch comparisons, if I do have them here in my collection, I'd be happy to do that for you. So please message me anytime on my Instagram. You'll find me at hand.beauty101. Message me anytime and I'd be very happy to do that for you. And the first thing I'm going to try on today is this liner. I've only got one of these. I did get everything else in the collection, but I didn't get both. There is one that's a rose shade, but I got the bronze one. I didn't get both because I'm not really a fan of liquid liners. I do like the look of this, but I just prefer to use eyeshadow for my liner or eyeliner pen, sorry. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like applying this, whether it's going to be a complete mess, because that's why I don't like them, because they can get in a mess. But anyway, this does look very pretty. So before I start with it, I'll just show you this swatched out in the natural sunlight. So here's that video.
You're something beautiful, electric chemical. You take my breath away, feel my...
And with this, it's 3.3 millilitres and it's £19. It's described as a lightweight formula that is sweat and humidity proof. It says that it's very easy to control for a one swipe application, so we shall see. At the moment I am wearing brown eyeshadow. I've got darker eyeshadow in the corner and I've got a light brown across the lid and a lighter brown here in the first third of my crease. I've got a little bit of dark eyeshadow as a liner underneath, but I haven't put any liner on the top. So I'm going to use this to line my upper lid close to the lash line and see how it goes. Wish me luck. So it does have a very fine nib, but when I swatched this on my hand, it did look a little bit thick, the line, so we'll just have to see how this goes. So I wouldn't say one swipe because I want to be really careful, but it is applying very easily at the moment. I'm going to try and take a little bit of a deeper wing across here with it. And now just deepen it across there. So that's how it's looking with a very thin line. That was actually very easy to apply, very easy. It's not superbly obvious, so I think I will try to thicken the line up a little bit to see how that looks. So I've just gone off camera and done the other eye, and I've just added a little bit more to widen the line there. I think that's really pretty, and if you're a fan of these liners, I think you will really like the applicator on this. It's really soft and it was quite hard to go wrong, believe it or not. I think the main reason I go wrong if I'm doing it on camera is nerves, because anyone who's tried doing this when you're being filmed is quite daunting. But it's quite a forgiving colour, not like black, so if you did make a mistake you can smudge it out. I did actually get a little dot on the middle of my eyelid and I was able to just swipe it straight off. So yeah, I might try a little bit underneath now. I wasn't going to because I've got the darker liner, but I might just go slightly over that and try a little bit underneath as well. So yeah, I was able to get that underneath. You do need to be careful because you're using a brush. It's almost like a mascara wand really, so it catches on your small eyelashes here. And they will transfer to your face if you do that, so you do need to be really careful. But yeah, I think that's applied quite easily actually. So I've gone off camera and put some mascara on, and that is the final look using this Glitty liquid liner. One thing I would say though is I'm very conscious of it. I can feel it. I can feel it setting down and drying and gripping to the skin and almost tightening it up, which I really don't like. I know I'll end up rubbing my eyes. So we'll continue with the video and I'll let you know at the end of the video if that's still bothering me, because if it is, I can see me not going back to it, to be honest, because I really don't like that feeling. But maybe putting it on the lower area is what's causing more of an issue there. But but I was starting to notice it a bit more above as well. So that's something to keep in mind, but we will see how it is at the end. Let's move on now to the blushes and to the lip oils. So before I show you the lip oils, I will show you an outdoor video of me swatching all of the lip oils for you. So here that is. And with these Glossy Bomb Lip Oils, you get 9 millilitres and it costs £21. It's infused with shea butter and vitamin E, passion fruit oil and hyaluronic filling spheres, whatever that means. And it's also cruelty free and made in Italy. One thing I forgot to mention is I've swatched a little bit of the liner, the eyeliner, on the back of my hand, and I will leave that until the end as well to show you how well this dries down and whether it'll move. So I'm going to completely leave that for now. So for my first look, I'm going to try the Fresh Peach shade and the Superfine Sugar shade in the lip oil together. And to apply this, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush Brush. That's quite a hard sentence, because this works quite well with those, and I find I didn't actually get on with it when I first tried it actually, but I've gone back and tried it, and I think that this actually applies the Rare Beauty blushes better for me than when I use a softer brush that distributes it more, like this one. Anyway, I'll just show you what I mean. This is the one I use all the time, my Refa, which is a little bit more softer, and the bristles are just more, they have more give. This one is a lot more dense, but it's got sort of fine tips on it, and it just seems to not over apply it in the way that other brushes have done. So with this being a shiny blush, I'm going to try this. So let's see how we go. They do look quite pigmented, so I've got to admit I'm a bit nervous with my fair skin. I'm just going to start by tapping first, and that's gone well actually. This is the lighter of the three. This brush is working very well. I can see little bits of glitter on my face, so if you don't like to see any glitter on your face with makeup, you're not going to like this. I can see the little dots and they're catching in the light. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but as I turn I can see them catching in the light. I love a sparkly look, so I'm happy with that. But I don't think it's particularly emphasising my pores and lines in a way that bothers me. Less so than Rare Beauty at the moment, so at the moment I would say I prefer this to Rare Beauty for my very first initial impression anyway. So I've gone in with a bit more here to build up a bit. This is definitely one that you will not need a highlighter with, because it feels like I've got a gold sort of highlight on. Can you see the gold catching in the light? It's definitely got a gold shift in it. Gold glittery, but a very fine gold. It's not chunky by any means, the glitter. Very fine. I really do like these, and I do quite like the fact you don't need to have a highlight as well. I like that it's a one and done sort of product. I certainly wouldn't wear a highlighter with this. I might use a different highlight for the nose and above the lip. This is beautiful actually, really beautiful, and I really like this colour. Now for me, I would not build this up anymore. I think I would start looking ridiculous, but going by the tiny, I've literally gone like this on it. I haven't been swirling at all, and if I did, I think I'd be in big trouble. So I'll just go around the edges with my Buffer Pro, my Sonia G Buffer Pro. Buffs out very nicely, very quickly. So it's a very easy blush to apply. This is Fresh Peach. I will over apply a bit because I know some of you watching might think I don't have enough on. I would not ever go higher than this. But just in case you would like to wear more, I'll show you how this looks if you do go a bit higher. Not higher, if you go a bit deeper in shade. So there it is with a little bit more, and again you could go more So this is extremely buildable, making it a very flexible product. It could also be tried on the eyes. It could look very pretty on the eyes. In fact, when I do my last one, I might try a little bit on the eyelid, but I'll see what I think, whether it'll go with this eyeliner, or I might try a little bit to match my full look up at the end for my final look. But yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. So everything I'd hoped it would be, to be honest. The packaging, stunning, and the finish and the gold shift in it, I love it. I really do like this one. So now moving on to this Superfine Sugar shade. Now this is the clear one. It's definitely got quite a bit of glitter in it from doing the swatch, but I'm obviously not going to get any colour from this. Oh yeah, you can really see the glitter. This has got a beautiful smell, you know. Really fruity. It must be that passion fruit that's in it. Oh, that is so nice. And the doe foot is very soft, but it's got quite a flat tip to it. I don't know if you can see that there. It's quite unusual actually, and it really sort of moulds to the lip. Very nice. So that feels not too heavy, not too sticky, but it's not a thin oil, it's quite a thick oil. That is lovely, really, really comfortable, but personally I would be using this either on a no makeup sort of look, or as a topper. So, but more so as a topper. I think this will make a lovely topper. Can you just see the little bit of glitter coming up? So especially if you're wearing a matte lipstick, this will be a lovely shiny topper, so I'm definitely going to be trying that one out with several lipsticks, especially my new MAC Teddy Forever lipstick, which I'm totally obsessed by. So I will definitely try this one on that. So now I'm going to take all of this off and come back to do the next look. So that's all washed off, and I'm now going to try Juicy Peach, and I've got the Frosted Bunz lip oil. I've cleaned off this brush, and I'm going to do exactly the same and be very tentative in the amount I'm applying. So this one is a little bit deeper in shade. But with that little tap, the instant first application is not too scary, which is great news for me. But I have found, if you did get any of the Rare Beauties, by the way, in the really deep shades, such as Chia, that's quite a deep shade on me, that if you use a brush like this and you just literally dab in and then apply like that, they are all wearable. Because I bought the entire collection from Rare Beauty, and all 6 shades, even the really deep one, are wearable and quite pretty actually on my fair skin if you apply it this way. If I was to sweep around it and then swipe it, I would have a lot of trouble trying to sort that one out, because it would look terrible on me. Obviously if you've got a deeper skin tone to me, you might find that works very well, but this is how I would like to apply it for now. So this one is definitely less pink, less of a pale pink. Well, I wouldn't call the other one pale pink, but this one you can really see the more peachy tone in it, I think. It's a really nice summer shade, this one. I'd say that the gold in this is almost a bit less obvious. I'm not sure why, maybe it's because of the colour, but you can certainly see the gold. I'll show you the close-up there, so you can see the gold shift. So I'll apply a little bit more, and then go in with my Buffer Pro. I do quite like to get my blush to meet my eyeshadow as well, but I'm going to avoid doing that because I don't want to ruin the eyeshadow look when I take this off for the last look. So that is Juicy Peach applied as much as I would like to apply it, but I'll apply it a little bit more just so you can see how this would look. Again, definitely buildable. I'm not picking up on any scent really when I apply this either, so that's worth noting. So there it is, with a little bit too much for me, but a little bit more. I think the gold flecks are a bit less obvious. I think this is really mature skin friendly considering it's got that shine in it, because I've got quite a bit of texture here and I don't feel like it's being highlighted or emphasised at all. So I definitely think these are a lot more mature skin friendly than Rare Beauty, I really do. So that's Juicy Peach and Frosted Bunz. So for my last look, I've gone for the two darkest. So I've got Baked Peach and Coppa Cookie, and this will be my final look. This is the deepest of the blushes, probably the one I might not have got if I wasn't getting this for review, because it is a little deep for me. But so far they've both worked really well. So I've cleaned this brush off and I'm going to tap in very, very gently. Oh wow. So the one I thought I wouldn't go for wow, is my instant favourite. I never would have thought that, you know. That's why it's interesting to watch these reviews, I think. If you're fair skinned, I would have gone for the lightest, but wow, that is so pretty. Now obviously this is building up fast, so I need to be really careful, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously I've got quite brown eye look today. This would look stunning with corals on the eyes. Oh, that is, oh wow. This is my number one, definitely. It's gone in the complete reverse order I would have expected. Favourite wise, I thought the lightest would be my favourite, but it's actually my least favourite of the three. And they're all really pretty, but this one, whoa, this is stunning. And again, you can see the gold shift, but it's not for me coming out quite as obvious as that very lightest one I tried at the beginning, which is called Fresh Peach. So this one is Baked Peach. Love it. So I've actually gone in for a third layer there, which is a little bit dangerous for me because it's getting a bit too deep for my skin tone. I can now do what I said earlier and slightly meet here my eyeshadow, just with a tiny, tiny dab. So it's like almost a C shape. I'll go in with my Buffer Pro now, just to soften it up a little bit. Very, very user friendly, you know this. Very nice formula. And going by the amount I've used, this will last absolutely ages because they are pigmented. You don't need a lot. I literally dabbed, I haven't swirled. So these will really last you a long time. And look how easy they are to just buff out as well. It really is a very, very user friendly brush, and I think mature skin friendly. The glitter, like I said, is extremely fine. I don't think it's going to offend people, even people who don't like glitter. I don't know if you'd hate this because I think it's so fine. I am going to try this on the eyes. I can't actually resist. I don't want to ruin the eyeliner, but I'm going to take this on the eyes so that my cheeks and eyes match. Oh, that is nice on the eyes, look. I love that. I really, really love it. Oh, this is definitely up there with my favourite blush, you know. I love blushes that I can use on eyes and cheeks together. And this colour, absolutely stunning. I've got here my Fenty highlighter in Pretty Pearls, so I'm going to use this to finish off my eyes. I do already have a white powder, but as soon as I'm going shimmery, I'm going to use this in my inner corner. Oh, that is really nice. They just pop so much more. And then I'm going to bring it to meet this blush. Pop some under the brow. And this highlighter is a real wow highlighter. It's one I actually struggle a bit with because it's such a wow highlighter. But it can be buffed out. So I always can make this work. But it's so nice on the eyes. A tiny bit on the nose. I say tiny because it really is extremely shiny. And a bit here on the Cupid's bow. Just look how much it lights this area up. And then just go in with a brush to sort of fuse these two colours together that I've added. I really, really, really like that a lot. Wow. You can probably tell I'm just massively in love with this blush. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't think off the top of my head a blush I've tried this year that's been quite as incredible as this. Well done, Fenty. You have blown this one out of the water. Wow. So now I'm going in with Coppa Cookie. Can't wait to see what this one smells like. Oh, honest to God, they just... cakes, cookies, they smell of cookies. So that is Coppa Cookie. So this is the darkest of three, definitely the most pigmented, easily. And this is probably the first one I've tried that I would say works as a standalone. I wouldn't need to use this as a topper because it's got enough of a colour in it. It's really nice. It's definitely my favourite of the three if it's a standalone. But obviously the clear would be really good as a topper. And so would the other one I've tried, the Frosted Bunz, was it? So they are just beautiful. I'm really impressed with this release. So there's a close-up of my lips if you want to see how shiny they look. And then this absolutely stunning blush on eyes this time with that liner. So the only thing I would say is the liner, it doesn't feel sticky or tight anymore. That sensation has gone, which is great. But I can see here where I've gone over with a second layer that it's actually bunching up and clumping like it wants to come off. It doesn't look very nice, I don't think, where it's gone into the crease as my eye closes. So I'm not sure if this liner is quite as mature skin friendly as the other products. I think you could wear it. It hasn't happened on this side, so I've obviously just used a little bit too much. So I'm not going to say it's not suitable. I'd just say apply with caution. So just be careful not to have too thick a layer, because that's what's happened there and I don't think it looks very good. I don't know if I can fix it by sort of taking a bit off. Yeah, I sort of removed it with my nail and it looks better now. So it's not too bad, that's just a minor thing. Just be a little bit cautious not to have a really, really thick layer. Maybe it started to dry when I went in with the underlining here and the wet has gone over the already set liner. So probably do one eye at a time and do them straight together. So 1, 2, let it dry. But overall I think it looks really nice actually. So a couple of teething errors, but that's because I'm not used to using liquid liners. So I'm sure anyone watching this who's used to liquid liners, you're probably thinking I would already know not to do any of that, but I don't use them very often. But a little bit of caution. They do apply quickly and they certainly are setting down. Here it is on the back of my hand. So there, absolutely dried down. In fact, from looking at my fingers, I've got a wipe here and I wipe it off, even with a wipe. So even with a wipe it hasn't come off. This is a makeup removing wipe as well. So when it says this is waterproof, it really is, because this requires a lot of work to get it off. I'm rubbing and rubbing. It's still not all gone. I need to have my cleansing remover here to actually get this off. So that really, really does live up to the promise of lasting. So you need to, it's come off now, you need to use a gentle oil remover for that one. And it's come off quite nicely, so you don't need to worry about removing it as long as you've got a good oil remover. So that's it, that's all of the collection tried on, and as you can probably tell from my first reactions here, I am really, really, really impressed with this collection. I was really excited when I saw it. There's been a bit of a sort of quiet spell in good collections over the last sort of month. I really enjoyed the ones I've tested, but there has been a little bit of a gap, and I saw this one and I thought, oh wow, this is definitely a collection I want to get. As soon as I saw the colours, the shine, the packaging, I love lip oils, I love glittering lip oils, I love the smell of them. Honestly, it's worth trying them just for that smell. But yeah, this whole collection is fantastic. If you try any of the blushes, I definitely recommend trying eyes and cheeks. I think it looks so pretty. I'm going to try all of them together at some point for myself for sure. But I probably won't be including this in my May favourites, which I'll be filming this week because we're coming so close to the end of May. So don't be surprised if you see my May favourite and it's not in it, because I think to give this a bit more of a fair shot, I need to let it have the whole of next month, because I'm trying it on the 27th of May today. So it's a little bit unfair to say it's a May favourite, but what I could tell you right away is it would easily be my favourite. It would make it in there above everything I've tried in May. We'll see what happens in June. If anything comes out in June that can beat this, then I would be very impressed, because this blush is absolutely stunning. It applied beautifully, it's mature skin friendly, it's giving you highlights so you don't need both, and it's so nice on eyes and cheeks, and the lip oil, beautiful. And the lip liner, the eyeliner, as we've seen, a few little teething problems, which are probably my fault more than anything else. But beautiful, lasting, really like it, will definitely use it again. I don't know if I'd go for the rose. I do prefer to use pencils and I do prefer to use shadows, but this will not move, which is better than when I use shadow. Shadow does tend to transfer to the cheeks when I use it as a liner. So this is a very reliable one. This would be a good one for a night out or a day out, especially if you're going to be in a humid or wet environment. So this would be a really good option. Definitely one that's worth keeping in your kit, I think, or in your makeup table, on your makeup bag. I would love to hear what you think of this collection. Which of these have you bought or will you be thinking of buying? Which one was your favourite out of the 3 blushes on me? I'd love to hear which one you think. Do you love this one the most too? Or do you prefer one of the other two? I would really love to know. And the lip oils. I mean, I'd be a little bit stuck if you said to me I had to choose one. But I think you can tell that it's this last look if I had to pin it down. So this is Baked Peach and Coppa Cookie, just again. But yeah, beautiful. So that's all from me for today. I have absolutely loved this, and if you've enjoyed watching this, I would love it so much if you liked and subscribed. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for returning. And I hope to see all of you for my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.